Hola, buenas tardes. Hi, and good afternoon. This is your Unified Ascension Jog Master Healer. I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers who have been watching my channel. I think it's great to have the love and support. It's tremendous how I've gone through so many things with its pyramids and its activation and its codes. Through the synchronizing soul and its meditation methods. It's been extremely powerful, where I have that full collaboration through relationship and partnership now through the pyramids, and it's connecting its voicing signals through its space continuum. It's extremely powerful, right? What's happening. I've also collected its thoughts and its patterns through the mechanisms of its highest hand, far as I did another let's just say a modification that was calculated through its alignments, and also meditating through the matrix, the century circle, the yin and the yang. So I had a kinetic force that just came over me. I have now the Master of Light, which you guys already know, and now I have the spectrum of Metatronic light. That's full collaboration with the galactic sun, and its partnership with the supermoon. So all these things, all these activation codes are through the synchronizing soul. It's extremely powerful to have, and it's great to know these things, because you meditate on rhythmic codes and activations. Now, when it comes to meditating, it's very important to release bad habits. You don't want bad habits. You want to create new ones. It's like let that go away, move that aside for now, or just get rid of it totally. That's what you want to do. You want to change your bad habits and create new ones. And the way to do that is to change the calibrations in your brain. The mind capacitor. Focus on those things. Focus on what you can do through your awareness. Let yourself know that you have your full collaboration with your inner self and your higher self, so you can base it on relationship through partnership. Now, the reason why I say this in a benefit, it's because, like I said, anything with Space Continuum, if you're trying to make friends with any intelligence or any planets, you have to be friends through relationship, and then you have a partnership. So every time you go to that planet, or every time you go through the intelligence, you are connected. You are connected. It's like you're meeting somebody for the very first time. Hi, how's it going? How you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm blah, blah, blah. That's what it is. You're building a friendship through relationship and then a partnership. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. But the whole benefit is to know you. Know that you are changing and all those bad habits are gone. And not only that, but your meditation gets a lot stronger. A lot stronger. Because you're letting yourself go of everything. Your full abundance. The unconditional love. And, like I said in my last video, when I was talking about the pyramids, how you should be outside. You don't have to be in front of a pyramid or behind a pyramid or on top of a pyramid. You just have to have your visualization. Know your focus. See yourself in a pyramid. See yourself activating those codes. This goes out to the higher selves and the light warriors and light beings and all that. Also, to the kind of full connection with the viewers and the ones that are three-dimensional. I think it's great that you guys are doing a tremendous job working on your vibrations. If you have any more trouble, you can come to me and I can help you out, guide you through the Rainbow Bridge. Now, the Rainbow Bridge it's opened, but like I said, we're coming through a parallel block, and this is where it gets tricky because I have to activate the codes through the mountains. Now, we've done the pyramids and we've done the volcanoes and the volcanic rock. Now we're doing the mountains. Mountains are the next thing. So I have to go through its electric fields, its energy core, build a relationship through partnership before I can get any collaboration whatsoever through its continuous force. Because mountains are all based on thunder. And they are extremely form of strength. They have incredible awareness and focus, and they're one with nature. And they also have their high altitude. And the reason why they have that high altitude is because it's a communication device. Now, it's also the same thing with the pyramids, where it's just collecting patterns and voicing signals. So everything is kinetic through its communication levels. That's how everybody is connected. Planets, intelligence, anything that's a ground formation. So I'm going to be activating the codes very soon with the mountains, so we can pass along the Rainbow Bridge nicely. Now we have the electrical fields. It's electronic devices, and it's force fields. So we have all that. That's great. We have that connection. That's going nicely. So once we get past the mountains, then we can smoothly go into the light. Remember, it's still a long process, but that's the whole point of the ascension, is for everybody to experience it, knowing that it is a mystery. But I think it's great. It's like, creating self-discovery for the first time each time you go through a vibration, to a frequency, to harmonics. Now, I've come to a higher harmonics. Remember I told you I've gone past the 3000 era, meeting more intelligence and more planets. It gets a lot more difficult because the energy fields around me are having full connection throughout its solar system. That's why I have the spectrum of Metatronic light, which is exceptionally powerful when it comes to its galactic sun and its rays of light. It's amazing to know these things, because once you break these codes, you can have this tremendous force. See, it's all about, understanding the mysteries of the universe, the multi-universes that are combined. When you break those codes, you can reach to a different level each time you go through Space Continuum. So your objective is to go from here to here. That's what you want to do. And the only way to get there is to know the inner self and the higher self. That's it. exactly what it is. Now, as you're reaching that point, you go higher and higher and higher and higher. It gets more and more hectic. The higher you go, the more you see, the more answers you get. But you have to understand its systems. So this comes back to, breaking old habits and forming and creating new ones through the inner self and the higher self, the fine self, the sacred universe, the sacred heart, the sacred soul, the sacred self, the definitive self, the higher self, the inner self. You see how it gets higher and higher? And every time I go with a video, I always add something on, so you guys can get a better view and more of an understanding of how to reach those higher dimensions, higher and higher and higher and higher, after you break those codes. But you have to be outside, and you just see more. You get to understand your surroundings, what's around you. That's the only way you're going to get anywhere with the synchronizing soul. Now, the yin and the yang, once you've mastered that through the higher self, the higher self puts you in a different solar system. It gets you in touch with other intelligence, other planets, other light formations. And it keeps you informed of what you need to do through the anything that's meteorical, systematical, geographical. Even there's logical systems. The logic of multi-universes. What is a line formation? What are alignments? What are calculations? What are modifications? I said those too in my last videos. So the more you go to a higher dimension, it's kind of like getting homework. That's what it is, actually. It's what it is. I'm coming home from school and I have homework to do and I have to hand it in. Am I going to get a C? Or am I going to get a B? Or am I going to get an A? So it's all telegraphing waves. And you're studying all these researches, that all these energies that are going into you, and you have to understand the energies that go inside you. If you don't understand the energies, then you have to go back to the basics. And that's why people have a lot of problems with their meditation. And that's why they can't break their habits. So when you go, the higher you go into space, the more direct you have to be with your answers. So the multi-universe and the collective understand what you are trying to say. Everything is in a code. Everything. And that's how you communicate through intelligence and its planets. It's extremely important to know these things, so you can move on to a new generation, a new self-discovery. Let the journey flow. Don't think what's behind you. Think what's ahead of you. Every time you look behind yourself, you're asking yourself, what am I doing? Remember, this goes way back in my other videos when I was talking about the who, what, when, why, when, and how. You should have the answers to all those. All of them. Then you have the potential to become a master of light. The yin and the yang. The century circle. Definitive self, the higher self. Know why you're doing this. I mean, is it important to you? How important is it to you? Where do I start? Why does this keep happening to me? Why can't I break these bad habits? There's so many questions that come over and over and over. It's because you're repeating your meditation and you're not following forward. Now, I'm not saying you can't meditate inside. I'm just saying it's better to meditate outside. It could be in a place where it's more quiet, so you can hear your thoughts, your inner self, right, through the audio perception, the voicing grid, and the eye perception. You have to have those connections every single time you meditate. You should know exactly what's happening through Space Continuum. What is the Galactic Federation? What does it mean to me? How can I get the answers that I'm looking for through Space Continuum? Everything is different every single day, and it's extremely important that you guys understand when you have energy that goes into you to really enhance the synchronizing soul through the diamond core. Everybody has that. It's just finding the activation code to light it up. To light up your diamond core. The diamond core. And the yin and yang is in the center. Okay, see how it's all coming together now? You see how it's forming nicely? Right? And then you have the ecosystem, and then you have the body capacitor. Then you have the life formation, and then you have the higher self. So the higher self and the inner self is connected now. And once you have all that, you won't have to worry about what's happening today. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow hasn't been written. You have to focus on the day. When you meditate, focus really on not just yourself. You don't really want to have the abundance of yourself. You want to have the abundance of everything around you. How I can, correct things in my life. How can I move forward in life? How can I be great, right? You know you're great. Don't doubt yourself when you meditate in space, because when you do that, it comes back the other way. And again, this goes back to, releasing bad habits and creating new ones. New ambitions, new lifestyle, new eating habits. Focus on your abundance. What does the unconditional love mean to me? How can I get that? How do I move forward? When is this all going to happen? Now, people keep asking me why I keep repeating myself. Okay, the reason why I keep repeat myself is because I'm not just communicating with you. I'm communicating with other intelligence and other planets. Like I said, I'm way past the 3,000 level. And I'm given information every single day through its energies. I understand its systems, and that's why I go higher and higher. So through intelligence, I'm not just communicating through a voice box, through an electronic device. I'm also communicating through other intelligence, repeating the same thing so they understand it. Because there was a question earlier, I was asking me, why does he repeat himself? Well, I'm just giving you an update of why I do that. So you get a clear hand of what's happening as I'm communicating. So just imagine that. Imagine that you're communicating through a voice box and its electronic device, but to more intelligence, more planets in its solar system through space continuum, its parallel, its dimension, its high harmonics, its population, its individual circuit, everything and anything that's collected to the galactic era. You have to live in the Galactic Federation to understand the multi-universe. And once you understand that, then you understand intelligence. Then you understand planets. So each video I do gets a little bit more complicated, but you should understand it. Once you understand the basics, then you can understand Space Continuum. But everybody meditates in their own way, and they get there through that vibrational to a higher frequency, to reaching the harmonics that they want. Now, when I was at the pyramids, I've already done videos on that, so you guys have a full collaboration with that, with Mother Gaia and all that. It was incredible force that was going on. I mean, I was going through the Sacred Heart of Mother Gaia. And once you use that visualization through its pyramids and its electrical force, you have that kinetic energy. The male dominance pyramid and the female dominance pyramid, which is the super moon. So understanding its history, understanding intelligence through its planet formations and its systems, everything becomes clear. And all your bad habits are erased. They no longer exist because you're creating something new. And if you notice, when I do my videos, I'm always moving ahead. I'm never really in one space. I'm moving around, right? I'm going in sequence, but I'm going different places each time I do a video. And that's what it's all about, is creating new ideas for yourself. Just so you get a better understanding, not just the inner self, but the child within and the child without. The heart chakra. You are a child within and without, through the higher self and the definitive self. And once you have that connection through its line formations, it's an incredible feeling. It really is. To reach that peak of its dominance, its strength, its force, its energy fields, its electric fields, combination of everything, and its atmosphere. White lights, green lights, red lights, portal, openings, hemisphere. It's all understanding, everything around you, not just yourself, but what's in Space Continuum. And through the higher self, it collects different patterns every single day. He's creating different methods of its systematical systems. It moves forward. It doesn't even have bad habits. It doesn't even register in his mind capacitor. It doesn't allow it. That's how advanced the higher self is. And once you reach that full embodiment of light formations through its galactic system, then you have full connection with Space Continuum through planets and intelligence. So I think, that's pretty good information for now. I will keep you updated what's going on with the mountains and its ground formations and its electrical fields through my energy fields and its atmosphere, where I collect its wave patterns, its solar mechanisms, and its electrical devices through its modifications and calculations and alignments. I have to uprise it through a meditation and focus on the ascendants, bringing them forward through the rainbow bridge, so we can get full connection through hyperspace and connect all as one, which is very important to do. So you guys can, I'll rest, let you rest on that, and then I just like to, say take it easy, and I'll be back with you soon. This is your Unified Ascension Angelic Master Healer calling out. Adios.